Hey friends, welcome to my channel, Life with Everyday Haley. Thank you for tuning in. If you are new, welcome. I'm super glad that you're here with me today. You probably are on this journey of fertility battle with me, or you could be tuning in today to this video if you also have an allergy and maybe are interested in doing allergy testing. So I've been on a fertility journey battle, but through my journey, it was suggested to me that I do penicillin allergy testing. And this was recommended first by my OB, as he was saying, oh, like when you give birth, you know, penicillin is our first line of antibiotic therapy treatment we like to use if there's any issues, which I don't know anything about that yet. And then my fertility doctor said the same thing. And so they were like, in our hospital system, we have allergy testing clinic, and you know, that's something that you can do if you feel called. And I'd already met my insurance deductible for this year, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go get allergy testing. So I just got antibiotic allergy testing done. And the antibiotic that I was known to be allergic to since I was a kid is all penicillins. And so, as you know, that's a lot of antibiotics. And it just really puts a limit on what you can have. So it's always kind of been an issue for me. And my OB was explaining that there's a lot of people that grow out of those allergies as they're adults, or some people are actually not allergic and they thought they were. So I decided to give it a shot. So I went to an allergy clinic, and they do allergy testing for people like, you know, seasonal allergies and like dogs and cats, but they also do like drug allergy testing. And they were explaining to me when I went that there's a lot of people that can't take like hardly any antibiotics because they think they're allergic to all of them. And a lot of the times they can leave not actually allergic to all the things that they thought they were. So I gave it a shot. They were really good about explaining everything to me. It was a very long day. I was in there for like 7 hours or something crazy like that, because there was a process of testing. So I'm just gonna explain to you guys what it was like and what I learned about antibiotic allergy testing and what my results were, and they were very positive. So before I get started, I'm going to share what made me think I was allergic to penicillin. So I was about 3 years old, and I was given amoxicillin, like most children are, for an ear infection, and broke out in like hives, like lacy hives, the next day. So it wasn't an immediate reaction, didn't have any swelling or issues like that, but just hives. So the doctor just said, don't take it, she's allergic. So that's a common thing for people to say. And then I had it again when I was around the age of 12, and they forgot that I was allergic to that and gave it to me again. I think my parents forgot, and I just had like another rash, like itchy rash, the next day. So it wasn't an immediate reaction. So I haven't touched penicillin since. So I go to the allergy clinic, I tell them my history, all these things, skin test on me. So they drew a line with a fingernail, and they told me if the mark is still there or gets darker, then that means that I have, look, I'm showing you right now, that I have a higher risk of developing hives when I'm sick, or just in general, like I have sensitive skin. So that was the first test they did. Then they labeled me with the different types of penicillin allergies on my arm, and you can see that mark right there. And they put drops of it on my skin. And they said, if you have a reaction, we won't continue with the testing process. But I did not. I had no reaction to any of the medicines. So then the next step was to inject me with the different medicines under my skin. And sure enough, I had no reaction. So they came in and said, you don't have a reaction. You are not allergic to penicillins. Your skin would have flared up. You would have had a reaction if you had been immediately allergic, you know, imminently allergic. So they said we can move on to the oral test. So I took amoxicillin orally, and I had to wait an hour and a half to make sure I didn't react. And sure enough, I did not react to amoxicillin. No immediate reaction, no hives, no issues. They monitored my blood pressure, heart rate, everything was great. So they shared with me that I don't make like the antibodies in my body to this medication. I don't have an immediate reaction to penicillin. We talked about how I would break out in hives the next day. And she said that that's very common for some of those medications, and that if I take Zyrtec with, like if I'm prescribed amoxicillin, if I take 4 Zyrtec that day with the medicine, then I should not have the antihistamine reaction that I was having with the hives and things. So again, I'm still trying to figure out what is going on, and I guess I won't know until I try amoxicillin, but I tried it. I had no reaction. The fact that I don't have like a throat swelling reaction to the medication means I'm actually not allergic to it. And I don't know why some people can have like a delayed like hives come up with amoxicillin or penicillin. But it happens in some people, and that makes them think that they're severely allergic to it. But actually, based on my skin test and my oral test, I'm not. So again, I think it's worth a shot to try amoxicillin, but take Zyrtec with it to counteract that hive reaction and see what happens. I wasn't aware that there were different types of reactions and that some were not actually really dangerous. Again, I was just under the perspective of, oh, she's got hives, next time it could be worse, like, but I've actually never had that. So that is the outcome of my penicillin allergy testing. Very, very interesting. I actually don't have any allergies to where I like immediately have throat swelling up issues. So my doctor said, you know, if you are prescribed amoxicillin, try it. If you have severe reaction, obviously seek emergency care, but try this out and see if you can actually take your amoxicillin or prescription medication safely, and get through it with some Zyrtec to keep that antihistamine reaction down. Because I thought back to even when I have allergic reaction, which I had one like 1.5 years ago, and actually we think it was related to too many mosquito bites, which is crazy, but I started reacting. I ended up in the ER, but they just gave me 2 Benadryls and it went away. So that's the only treatment that I had. I didn't have any issues with my throat closing up or anything like that. So allergies can be weird. It's kind of like a scale of like how severe it is. It seems like is it like life-threatening, or is it like actually you can try this medicine but just like supplement with some antihistamine medication while you take it. So I've learned something new, and I wanted to share that with you because again, penicillin is really important when you go, if you're very sick or need intervention. So I definitely at least figured out that maybe I'm not deathly allergic to penicillin. So yeah, there's my update for penicillin allergy testing. If you've had this done, let me know what you think. If you have any questions, I'm not a doctor, but it was interesting. But yeah, thank you for tuning into my channel, and hope y'all have a very blessed day.